大家好啊，欢迎来到霍格沃茨之遗。我这里是清了一下那一大堆的支线，当然在边清的时候还有接其他的支线，现在已经没有接到，就有很多支线，但是已经接了的全都完成了，然后一些路过的也都给接了。现在呢，我们来做主线这边，但是要先来一下塞巴斯蒂安，因为这个家伙教我们黑魔法呀。看看能不能在学习黑魔法之后再去参加第三试炼。
You're here. Good.
因为参加进行第三试炼也没有别人了，只有我自己。
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
我们去墓穴里面一探究竟。
Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't, I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
有的时候，特别掉帧的时候，选择走路，
I'm sure
选
that
择
foul
走路
smell
倒
is
反
the
帧数
scent
就
of
会好很
success.
多。比
Try
如
not
在
to
那
lose your nerve
个
just yet.
村庄里面，那个村叫什么来着？坏，哎，上来就打呀！先丢一个，看看有什么。有一会没玩，有点不熟
At
练
least
了。
now
怎
we
么
know
回
we're
事？
not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it.
虽然不
And
只
the
是一
rest of
会，
the tomb
但是
insect free.
Spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Opening all of these is tempting.
来上来把箱子捡走。
Finding a chest
的
in
一
an
个
inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
有求必应屋的桌子，
Revelio.
没有别的路了，前进。哇，这个暴击帅！
We've rid the world of another spider.
Revelio.
好，来把东西捡走之后就可以离开了。说起来这几天降温给我搞感冒了都。
This is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
What did you find?
Revelio. Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return to the relic and
开古
conjuring
变换路
barricades
障的计
using
划。
bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sort. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention.
Really?
夺魂助手，
Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look,
Revelio.
bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or, in this case, no bone.
If this archway's been barricaded, we can find a way through.
Revelio.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my
哦，
bones.
刚才有一关没搞好，
Nice.
我重新又拼了一下才把它给拼。
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something.
Revelio.
The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
哎，可以，这就学好，请你教我夺
It's
魂。
probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
来，
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on.
等，让我换上，让我换上。
Revelio.
哎，怎么直接炸掉了？实话，
Revelio.
来火烧一下。然后要往哪个方向走呢？怎么这么乱呢？这里的路。先推个门。
Another barricade.
Revelio.
Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Revelio.
好的，来，那最后这一个填上，这门就
You are
开。
head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
好的，由于刚刚意识到这边好像是主线就应该来的地方，于是我就去另一边先把另一边的东西给收集了一下，也是打了几只蜘蛛，捡了点装备。然后有一个是好像是2个会识别的吧？哦，大的，2个大的，等。先上好诅咒，哎，烦。通通石化。
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Revelio. Incendio.
好，文物和文物，文物笔记和文物的画。
Sebastian, the relic. Look.
Could it be?
对话，
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
拿走。
I'm willing to ignore what the journal says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake,
懒得跟他吵架
I'm，taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft.
毕竟我们也是学黑魔法
I
的。
must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
奥米尼克又出现了
Is that ominous?
啊！奥米尼斯，
Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right.
Good. We're agreed.
I do think we should talk to him.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the...
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to...
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
离开地下
What
墓
is
穴
it?。I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on. Revelio.
怎么走来着？对，往上走。
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't... All of this is too important. For Anne.
现在不可以传送，只能跑回去。听他的剧情吧。
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
怎么又遇袭了呀？发生了什么？
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
哦，已经打起来了。
Not quite. I won't glance off of
不是只有这一只的吗？他还打得这么开心？哇，围剿最后这一只。哇哇哇哇哇！哇，用黑魔法救了一命。 哇！用黑魔法让他自杀。
Boy, what have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow?
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyal...
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
哦，他没得商量。来，我们再回来找塞巴斯
Did
蒂
you
安
speak。with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft, nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
好的，我们回到地图密室。哇，下面这个地图是真的好看。回到地图密室，
Welcome
跟
back.
这个前校长对话。哦，这么近
Hello,
就可以对
Professor.
话。
I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
就在霍格沃茨。
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
哦，
It
校长
is.
办公室。
I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
哦，我们要去校长的房间，校长室。
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
来，我们来问一下飞格教授有什么办法让我们溜进校长室。他不在，我们得等待一下。
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait. Doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
哦，要变形。
How do you feel?
Incredible. I
先打个嗝。
won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
好像又是一个不让传送的跑路感觉。
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and
一不小
dagger.
心笑出了声。
Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets...
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours. You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa?
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along. When I witnessed what passes for magic in these halls, I...
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor
撞见所有的教授。
How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
别的不说，以这个副校长的实力，应该是可以
Thank you. But I'm
看
happy
穿的
to
吧
look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never...
哇，这么多学生。
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house elf.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right.
Master does remember.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
But certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
一个一个是。
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed
Oh,
testing
was it?
Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course.
In French.
I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never
Oh,
speak of this
英语。
conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
好，现在我们要藏起来，快跑啊！
Made it just in time.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle. The gargoyle.
Oh.
That's where I need to speak the password.
到了。
Toujours pure.
I
wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
哇，捡个箱子吧。份愿望。
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? That must be the pedestal. Revelio.
来，然后我们来读这本书。
Where am I?
哇，这是什么画风？
Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
Oh.
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
哦，这又是什么？
When I could, I'd be free by now.
For now, I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead. A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
哦，快让我上梯子！
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve.
哇，这么多！这里有一个是躲着吗？他是
Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
这边转过去，转过去。走了走了，哎，这个怎么在前面？
Nothing this way but more danger. I need to turn back. There's no getting past. Close. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward.
哎，好。
Now's my chance.
来。吓人。
That's the way forward.
神秘洞。
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
真的是隐身了吗？哇！
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
连死神都看不见的斗篷，不愧是传家宝级别的，就是好用。
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now, where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be
避开了
unable
死
to
神的
hide.
追捕，但是还没有找到他。这
Wield
是
the
老魔
wand
杖
you
吗？
see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
神秘魔杖。
I've never felt such power.
啊，我只有一套技能。哎，让我出去。哎，用老魔杖打架。 这里面应该没有什么可以捡的吧？就在这种画风下让我捡东西就太过分了。是让我们打死神吗？感 感觉很猛的样子。对一下，哇，撞墙这么高伤害吗？来，哦，这里是要打大的了。他果然来这么疯狂，肯定会让他说的。可是我可是有老魔杖哎。摔他一下，这个大的伤害真的比先打小。摔死，哎，没躲掉，打死。哎，我想扔他那个石头，但是却没有用到。2万多，啊，终于结束了。隐形斗篷，老魔杖。哎，我的衣服怎么回事？哦，第3个。复活石叫什么来着？是叫复活石吗？神秘石头。
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourner.
She's gone. Dear sweet Neve. Let us always honor her.
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
哇，这怎么又来了？即使是死神，我也要把你给复活回来。啊，不会是把这个校长给复活了吧？真的假的？
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
哦，这不会就是第3试炼吧？我觉得就是了，应该不会再有之前那种大厅。
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits...
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
这又是他的黑化之路吧。有没有给我一个箱子啊？这个试炼没有箱子，可恶！哎，飞哥教授来了。
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young. I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizard kind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was, and she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
这个 Isadora 已经沉迷于力量了。
She said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragbor.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
那这里应该这第3试炼就完成了吧？为什么不给我跳？哦，跳了，还升级了呢。好的，那么我们这一期呢？塞巴斯蒂安。哦，我们要去做他接下来的任务。哦，比斯莱教授。比斯莱教授这个没有声音呢。先看任务吧。哦，这是主线任务，那我们下一期就要去找这个主线任务，然后凤凰崛起是找迪科，是新的支线，这个可以自己做，不过我记得应该是解锁凤凰吧。好的，那么我们这一期是学会了第2个不可饶恕咒，然后完成了第3个试炼，下一期我们再去找塞巴斯蒂安，然后看一下这个迪科是要让我们去干嘛？凤凰，我一般好像之前没有怎么录过支线，但是这个好像是和凤凰有关。那我们下期再见吧，感谢各位的观看，拜拜。